sunshine. Grab your coffee cup, come spend some time. I know it's early, the start of a new day. No need to worry, it's Local Cafe. Rise and shine, baby, wake and bake. Clear out your mind, maybe, just take a break. Local Cafe. Chill out with us today.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching the coolest, the calmest, and the chillest in the entire Local universe. You are watching Local Cafe. So, I hope it's a beautiful Saturday for everyone. I hope that it's beautiful. I hope that the weekend is going to be great to everybody, and hopefully, it'll be great to you. Anyways. As we always do in the cafe, what do I have in my cup? Well, I have the vintage venti cup. I have Tim Hortons in this. Shout out Tim Hortons. Amazing stuff. So, if you haven't been living under a rock, right? Obviously, my name is still in people's mouths. I don't know why, but apparently. I talk some shit about people, even though I was voicing my own opinion. And yet, people want to They want to make claims that I am this sort of, ticking time bomb and I'm going to explode and blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't know why that's a thing. But you know what? It doesn't matter. Because you want to know why? Because we are the coolest, the calmest, and the chillest. We are the definition of chill. We are the most laid-back channel in all the LCU. But anyways, we'll get into that one later. Obviously, I got members-only chat because, I feel like we've been lacking on the members a little bit lately. I feel I haven't showed enough love to my members. So, we gotta get that figured out. We do got to get that figured out. Unfortunately, for all my members, the cooking video's in the hands of Twiggy, right? And we all know how Twiggy is. But, I do think he'll come through. I think he is a man of integrity. And I do think he won't screw the members over. Lily Masai with the $10. Thank you, Lily. Hey, good sir. Hope you, Beans isn't here, but this is for her too, are well. I am beautiful, Lily. I am beautiful every single day of the week. I appreciate you and your $10. Yeah, so Miss Becky, sorry. I'm so sorry, Beans. I'm sorry about Becky, whatever. Miss Beans is traveling. She is chilling, and she is getting some much needed and deserved time off. So, Miss Beans, if you're watching, I hope all is well, and hopefully it'll be good for you. And then Duck Savannah, the beautiful, beautiful, always faithful in here every day with the Canadian too. Oh, it's coffee time. F that Razorback Ken. We'll get into that one. So, I love my coffee cult. I love that all of you are here. I love that we're going to be here together sharing the stream. But before we get into drama, let's do the palate cleanser of something called the Daily Espresso. So, real quick, before we get into this too much, we finally got the background music going, chat. We finally got the vibe. We have the beautiful things going on. I can't wait. So I know I put in there that I got a green screen, but here's where I fucked up, chat. Here's where I fucked up. So as you can see, it is behind me, right? I don't know if you can tell, but it is behind me. And I couldn't figure out, so I had everything in OBS. I had the chroma key in there. It was nice and beautiful. There was no shadows. There was none of that crap. The problem was when I tried to do the virtual camera into Discord, it wouldn't show up, or it would just keep showing everything in OBS. It wouldn't show Discord in OBS. So once I get that figured out and why that is, we'll have Green Screen Ken in the building. But I think for that one, we deserve a Boomer report. What do you think, guys? Boomer and technology, right? You gotta love it. Oh my God. My awesome, faithful Greek girl. Welcome to Band World. We appreciate you, Greek girl. Thank you so much for being a Coffee Cult member. All right. So let's get into this. The Big Bear Bald Eagles, we've been following them since day one, and we have movement. Let's check out the movement. Maybe we have some movement. I don't know. I want to do something else real quick, chat, while you check the birds out. So, yeah, as we said, they are growing, and it is beautiful how they grow. I definitely think that, there we go. I like that better. Yeah. All right, let's, bro, look at these things, chat. Just look at these things. It is awesome. I'm so glad. 2 out of 3. I'm glad 2 out of 3 made it. That is always awesome to see. Again, damn, they're huge. Look at these things, chat. I haven't seen a good picture of the babies looking. They're adorable, man. 21,000 people watching right now. 21,988 specifically. But we're definitely happy to see Jackie and Shadow doing their thing, making it happen, and we always want the best. Always want the best for them. Let's get this back full screen. So cool. All right. So the daily horoscope, because Aries is the GOAT. We'll click Glam and Mayhem. Let me see real quick what you said. They're getting big fast. Yeah. So if I understand correctly, after like 6 to 8 weeks, they can basically kind of do their own thing. Obviously, they're still going to be in the nest. They're going to be growing in the nest, but like they can start, dealing with weather conditions, heavy rain, and all that stuff because their wings and their feathers are actually waterproof. So, when we saw Jackie and Shadow, covering the eggs up, covering the babies up with their wings, and they would like sprout them out, and everything was still dry. That's because they are waterproof. So it's a beautiful thing. Evolution, am I right, chat? It's awesome. All right, so daily horoscope for March 29th. The Aries born on March 29th will have a poetic quality about them. They are able to transcend the ordinary aspects of their personality by drawing upon their intelligence and intuition. Aries for the win, am I right, chat? I don't know. This day in history. These are always fun. In 1849, the United Kingdom formally abolished slavery in India. This was a major step in the global fight against slavery. Well, good. I'm glad the UK finally did something, worthwhile. Just kidding. We love our UK here at Locale Cafe. Just wish they drank coffee instead of tea. But that's another talk for another day. 1861, the 23rd Amendment was ratified, allowing Washington, D.C. residents to vote in presidential elections. Yeah, D.C. is always one of those weird things, right? Because it's the District of Columbia, right? But it's kind of, I don't know how to really explain how that falls, I'm sure I could look it up and tell you right now, but that'd probably be boring. Y'all don't want to watch me look up stuff on Google. Something that I also hate people that talk when they type. I can't. But anyways, 1461, chat, 1461, the bloodiest battle of the War of the Roses took place. The Battle of Towton in England saw thousands of soldiers perish in a brutal conflict between rival royal houses. So the funny part about that, right? You got like Game of Thrones, right? Game of Thrones was one of those things where you have all the different kingdoms trying to like overtake. I assume I never watched it. I'm just assuming at this point. But it's kind of like Spartacus, right? Because you have the House of Batiatus. Then you had the other houses that had like their gladiators, like slaves that are gladiators, and they fight in the arena for like supremacy. That's kind of badass when you think about it. But obviously in a modern day application, we really couldn't do that. But, you know, it is what it is. Now, brood for your brain, chat. Brood for your brain. Cows have best friends. I think we see that in the LCU, right? Studies have shown cows form close bonds with certain individuals and can be stressed when separated from their best friends. They do say, you know, cows are very smart creatures, you know, and, you know, cows, elephants, and all that. They're very smart. They can understand a lot of things. They can learn. You know, it's just kind of fascinating to see other people or other mammals, right, other than human beings having human-style relationships, right, human-style characteristics. It's always super cool if you ask me. Rats can laugh. Isn't that funny? When rats are tickled, they emit a sound that's similar to human laughter, although it's high-pitched and inaudible to the human ear. That kind of reminds me, you know, like with the stingrays, and they said they'd like, you know, do the stingray on the stomach. It would look like they're smiling, and people thought they were like laughing, but it was actually pain, and it like really hurt them. It's kind of sad to hear, you know, like you smile like you're having fun, but just straight pain, right? It'd be kind of hard. And then last but not least, it rains fishes in Honduras. Once or twice a year, the city of Yoro experiences a phenomenon called, this is where I need beans, Lluvia de Peces, Lluvia de Peces, rain of fish, where heavy rains bring fish from the ground. That's wild, man. That is, imagine being there with that, chat. Like you're just sitting there, like you're at like oceanside dinner or whatever, wherever you're at. Next thing you know, there's fishes landing everywhere. I wonder if they close things down like in preparation for it, so that way people don't get hit with fish. That'd be kind of fucked up. What do you think, chat? I don't know. All right. I can't. Right? I think everyone can get with this one right here. When you go to the bathroom and you realize there's no toilet paper. Like, bro. That is the worst. Right? Because the problem is, if you need toilet paper, right, after you do what you need to do, and you go to stand up, right, with no toilet paper, and you got to walk, it's all fucked up, chat. It's all fucked up. I think, what was it? Keem said that he showers after he shits. I mean, I get it. Let's get a bidet and call it a day, bro. I don't know. But, you know, bidets are always one of those weird things for me. But I get it. I understand the hygienics of it. But the application, you know what I mean? The application of the bidet and how it works and what it does to work. You know, it's like a laser from what I hear, you know, and it's a little weird. You also have bidets that like heat the water up. You know what I mean? Like it gets pretty scientific from what I understand. When people open a new package of something before finishing the old one. So that actually happens a lot here in my household. The one thing would be coffee, right? So we got all these different coffees we want to try. All these different coffees that we want to, you know, taste test and everything. So we'll just start opening bags of coffee up, doing it like a bag at a time or whatever. Not realizing the more you do that, the staler the coffee gets. And I know this is going to sound weird. I've said this before, but when coffee beans are fresh and brand new, they look wet. They look like they're wet beans in a bag. And when they start to dry and start to get old, they lose that like glistening that they have, right? So it's just kind of one of those things, you know, it's kind of, with my co-host named Beans, kind of weird to talk about, but it's the truth. That's kind of how it works. Then last but not least, the shortest war in history lasted 38 to 45 minutes. The Anglo-Zanzibar War in 1896 holds the record for the shortest war ever fought. my question is, what was the point, right? I'm sure we've all saw that movie Troy with Brad Pitt when he played Achilles. At the very beginning, they just did like Achilles versus the other dude, and he was like in bed with like 3 women all like hung over and fucked up, and he walked over there, in the fucking neck, and then it was just over. And then he just turned around and left. That was beautiful. But if only all wars were like that, chat, right? You just put your 2 best out there and call it a day. I always said it'd be interesting if there's 2 kingdoms fighting, have like the 2 kings fight, and whoever loses their kingdom, right? But that would require some balls and some tenacity. Saw Beans in the chat. Good morning, Miss Beans. Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully all is beautiful with you. The coffee cult misses you. They definitely, they're asking about you and all that, sending well wishes to you. So hopefully all is well in your world, and hopefully you're back on the channel here soon. But Miss Beans, she holds it down for me a lot. She on Fridays she's always in here doing it without me. She got Batgirl, and Batgirl's been amazing. Batgirl's with me yesterday doing the stream, and you can tell she's getting a lot more comfortable doing this from her first episode. So all the kudos in the world to both of them. Beans is getting a lot more familiar with OBS. You know what I mean? Even I don't know everything about OBS because I couldn't get a damn camera to work, or a green screen to work rather. So I just want to say, thank you, Beans, for being you. Thank you for, willing to go the extra mile for me. Thank you for learning. I tell everybody you're the best co-host I could ever ask for. Seriously, so thank you for that. And whenever you're ready to come back, just let me know. And until then, I'm going to hold down the fort because you've held it down for me plenty of times. So I'm going to do what I need to do, and you handle your business. But cheers to you, Beans. All right. So, Sunshinery, we love Beans. Yeah, definitely. I couldn't imagine another co-host, honestly. I couldn't. She's amazing. All right. Let's get into the quote of the day. The third word is beautiful, right? Fitting for me. The beautiful things in life are not things. They're people, places, memories, and pictures. They're feelings and moments, and smiles and laughter. That could be no more of a truer statement that I could ever imagine. We'll go a little mask off, chat. We'll go a little mask off. So there was one time I was strolling YouTube, and there was a video that shows the end of time and what would happen. I'm sure everyone's seen videos like that. It had like 4 million views on it in like 3 days. You don't realize this, how insignificant you are in like a time and universe aspect, until you watch something like that. Because it's like people always wonder about like death and all that, and I'll divulge this. I don't care. There's some days where like I'm laying down to like go to sleep, and just for some odd reason the idea of like dying comes into my head. Because it's kind of like, the sleep is the cousin of death. People. I think someone said that in a rap song. I forgot. My memory's not the best, but it's just kind of one of those things where you really truly understand how insignificant you are in the eyes of the universe. And when I say the universe, I mean in totality, right? And I'm sure we've all heard stories or experienced stories how, like, someone dying, and like the last time you talked to them, you had a fight, or the last time you talked to them, whatever, like you wish you could have said more, you know what I mean? And, sometimes that weighs on people for quite a bit. Like, I know, I'm not trying to bring the mood down, right? I'm just trying to go mask off a little bit. So I know, like, when my ex passed away, February 11th, 2006, she passed away. She was my high school sweetheart and all that. And my wife knows all this, so it's not like anything new. We were talking, and we were actually thinking about getting back together. And like a week later, she passed away. And, it's one of those things that you just kind of take for granted, It's just one of those things that, you think someone's always going to be there. You think, nothing bad is going to happen to people. And I don't know, man. It's just weird to think about, and it's just sometimes when you put things into perspective and try and be as non-emotional about it as possible. You try and be logical about things. You try to like understand logically why things happen. Sometimes there's no answers. So with the quote of the day, I know I said a lot of word salad right now, but just try to appreciate what you have. Appreciate the people you understand and know. Appreciate your memories, right? Because memories are something no one can take away from you, right? You have good memories, bad memories, and, the moments of laughter, their feelings and moments and smiles and laughter. Yeah, so understand, every time you laugh, it's beautiful, you know what I mean? And then smiling, trying to share community with people, right? Community. And just understand that tomorrow none of this could be here, and just live life like that. That's something I had to learn. I know this isn't the normal vibe, and I apologize for that, chat, but it's a Saturday. It's members only chat. You know what I mean? So just try and be the best person you can be, because you never know what tomorrow brings. You know what I mean? So Buff Weeb in the chat. Good morning, Ken. Sunshine Armstrong 100. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, 100%, bro. That's the thing, man. Like, a lot of people want to put hate on me because they think I'm trying to be some sort of person, or they think that I don't do enough, or they think that, I don't want the best for people, or that, I'm a ticking time bomb. Like, no, not at all. I've been an asshole a lot of my life. I've been a dickhead all of my life. I bully people. You know what I mean? I'm a big dude. I knew I could get away with it. And I have regrets of treating people like shit. I do. But, as you get older, and as you mature and you meet someone that is the best thing that could ever happen to you, you learn a lot about yourself, So when you learn a lot about yourself, there's no righting the wrongs in the past. There's only making changes for the future to be a better person. And that's kind of where I am right now. And obviously that ties into what people have said about me, and that's okay. That's okay. I never want to put a character or a persona on camera like others do. Granted, they've said they were told to be that way. Fine. Cool. I was never given anything to be like, yeah, the Judge Ken role, right? The Judge Ken role was going to be a little extra, right? Given. But, Lolcow Cafe is supposed to be personable. It's supposed to be authentic. And it's supposed to be a different vibe than the rest of the LCU. The whole idea behind it was to be the morning show that kicks off the day. You know what I mean? So, it's this kind of trying to be the best person I can, trying to be authentic on camera, and trying to be my one true self, the one true Ken, right? It's daunting when you hear people say shit about you. But I know I went on a monologue, chat. I apologize because it's in the cafe vibe, but I just, when I read that quote, that just kind of brought a lot out of me, so I hope y'all can appreciate that. And just understand tomorrow's never promised, like, who said that? Queen J. Tomorrow's not promised to any of us. Just appreciate your memories, appreciate the good vibes people give you, appreciate a joke, laughter, comedy. Just appreciate the positives in your life and try to build from the negatives, That's all I'll say. And we'll leave it at that. I appreciate y'all listening. Thank you. So, let's get into some news, shall we? Let's check it out. It's news times, guys. So, drama alert, right? Oh, y'all heard that. Drama alert, your number one news source in all of YouTube, or all of X, or Twitter, whatever you want to call it. See, my burp messed up my intro. Let me rewind. Drama Alert, your number one news source in all of X. It just sounds weird, too. I don't know. But anyways, let's get into it. Horrific footage of a building collapsing after the 7.7 magnitude earthquake. It appears a top garden fell and got lodged between two buildings. This is fucked up, chat. Let's check this out. From our good boss, Drama Alert. Let's have it. I thought that was a person, chat. I thought this was a person. I was like, yeah, that's fucked up. Bro, if I see that, I'm running. Because if that thing falls, you can see the building swaying, right? You can see the building swaying. You can see the building swaying, right? If that motherfucker falls, bruh, you don't want to be anywhere near it. I can't. Let's get into it. Y'all got the idea. I thought it was actually going to fall, but yo, thoughts and prayers to them people, man. That's wild. That is definitely wild. Brother Survive, good morning, Cam. Appreciate you bringing us your coverage of this situation. 100%, bro. Shout out to my docket team. They're fucking beautiful. I love my docket team. They, two people, walked away for whatever reason. And we picked up two more. So now we have the awesome and amazing Brad the Don. We have the always humble, always there, always doing what they can, Mr. Seek. And then last but not least, we have the two lovely ladies that are the new addition, Karini Rue and Sterling. We appreciate y'all, man, for real. And then Mrs. Gino throwing stuff in there in her 2 cents. We appreciate all you guys. Without y'all, I wouldn't have a show. I wouldn't have topics to talk about. Y'all are amazing and beautiful, so truly thank you. How you like my little my cult pin, guys? How you like it? I'm a cult member now. No, it's not on my nipple. All right, let's do it. So, here we go. This is a good one. So, you remember President Trump's, I guess, plan for territories? It's a militaristic plan, and I guess for like security reasons. He's still trying to get Greenland, right? He's still trying to get Greenland, and he said that the U.S. will go as far as they can go to get control of Greenland ahead of a planned visit to the Arctic island by Vice President J.D. Vance that has prompted criticism over Greenland and Denmark. So Greenland, I believe, is still a Denmark territory. Kind of like, St. Thomas is a U.S. territory. Barbados, that's a UK territory. Something along those lines. So I guess J.D. Vance is going to go down there, see what happens, and chill out or whatever. The whole Canada thing, I don't see happening. Greenland possibly I could see happening. Because all they have to do is, apply for independence from Denmark. And then, obviously Denmark has to play ball. And if Denmark plays ball and allows them their independence and then, U.S. takes it, that'd be pretty cool. You know what's funny about this, too? There's that game, I think it's Risk, where it's like a map and you're trying to, take over territories to be, strategic for, military purposes. I can definitely see that happening. But another comment is Trump showed no indication of softening his ambition to take control of the island, which is an autonomous, I can't talk, territory, but part of the Kingdom of Denmark. So there you go. Hopefully we'll see what happens. But let me go ahead and pull this up, actually. that's not what I want. I'm trying to pull up a picture of the world map, chat, so you can just take a look at this. All right, here we go. All right, let's share this thing. So I know this isn't normal, but we're just gonna go with it. So, if we take control of Greenland right here, right? Obviously, Canada still has all of this. So we would get here and here, and obviously here, right? The thing people don't realize is with Alaska, it's so close to Russia, right? You could literally take a boat from Russia to Alaska if people don't understand that. So just having all of this secure, right? Trying to come from Finland, Sweden, and Norway, and these countries right here, from a military standpoint, it makes total sense that we're trying to secure, right? So if we're able to take control of those places, put military there, put bases there, it's going to make it a lot safer. A lot safer. I know that was a little extra, but just showing you all that. And then in the Yahoo NewGov poll, fewer than 1 in 5 Americans agree with Trump about annexing Greenland and Canada. The survey of 1,677 adults was conducted on March the 20th to the 24th, just as the White House was announcing plans to send a delegation of senior officials. The participants were asked by Yahoo News and YouGov whether they would favor or oppose America annexing Greenland. A mere 19% of participants said they would favor the move. Now, people don't realize this, right? When I was going for my master's degree, we had to take classes on stats, and building data and how to process data from like surveys and polls and things like that, right? You can make it look any kind of way you want. That's why I don't trust voting polls. I don't trust any polls or surveys anymore, because how you get the data, it could be the same data, but how you look at it and break it down to fit what you think or fit what you want it to say you can do. You could damn near do anything with that. So just as a heads up out there, just saying, don't always believe everything you hear on surveys and polls. So here's something for our UK fans, right? The world news. Sensitive army papers were found scattered in the streets in UK. Good job, UK. Piles of papers containing sensitive military information has been found scattered along a city street. They include soldiers' ranks, emails, shift patterns, and weapon issue details, and information which appears to relate to accessing weapon storage and an intruder detection system. Great job, UK, for making that to the public. Oh, man, hopefully they get that shit figured out, because, obviously with, countries at war and, countries wanting to spy and all this bullshit, obviously electronically is what's going to happen. I don't know if y'all remember, probably 9 years ago now, China actually intercepted OPM, which is the Office of Personnel Management for the federal government. When I was full-time National Guard, I was there, and they got into soldiers' files and ran through them. You're talking, think of an identity theft, but for a federal civilian side. Think about that. That's kind of what happened. Luckily, nothing happened, and luckily it was eradicated and taken care of. But yeah, that was definitely one of those things. See what chat's talking about. Hostile life form USS A is upon us. I hope not. I wouldn't be for that. And here's the other thing. I truly don't think a real American that loves this country and loves what it stands for would ever get rid of the 2-term limit on presidency, because that's what the U.S. was established on. No monarchs or, dictators or whatever. It's always in there. The other one is, I guess, non-born U.S. citizens can be president. They'll never get rid of that. I just don't see that happening. And to even further that, I've always said there should be 2-term limits on all public office. Because if you're like 70 or 80 years old and you've been in the Senate, let's just say 30, 40 years, right? You are so out of touch with what's really happening in like your local areas or even your state or whatever that votes for you. You're so out of touch. It's just kind of one of those things that should be figured out. John Pond 09, FDR served 4 terms. Yes, he did. You're right. But that was handled after the fact. And the U.S. was not established on 2-term presidencies. Obviously not. But they wanted to get away from it. And obviously when the lawmakers were looking at it and figuring it all out, they didn't want one person with that much power ever. No one deserves that much power ever. Not one person should be over in a country. Because the problem is greed. People get greedy. And when people get greedy and they have that much power, it'll get to their head 100%. I don't give a damn who you are. But yes, I know it was established after FDR. I'm just saying, like, the idea of it. But it is what it is. All right. If I was wrong, it is what it is. All I know is when the people came here from England and all that, they were tired of the tyranny, they were tired of the kingdom, and they wanted freedom. That's why America was established. All right. So this happened yesterday, I believe. The earthquake in Myanmar or Bangkok, right? So 144 people have died and 732 have been injured after a powerful earthquake struck, killing at least 9 more in neighboring Thailand, where a high-rise building under construction in Bangkok collapsed. So yeah, that's some sad shit, guys. That is some sad shit. See what this video is about. I'm just going full screen this thing. Yes, obviously this is going to be footage from the earthquake. Just imagine that happening. Just imagine. Like, I don't know, man. I wouldn't even know how they would recover from that. I truly don't. Like, bro, just look at that, man. That is so wild. I feel so bad for these people. That's the other thing too, chat. How would you even like rebuild after that? How would you where would you start? You know, that's kind of one of those things that you just don't want to be involved with, you know. But then seeing it, you feel bad for these people. But in the back of your mind, it's always going to be like, I'm glad that wasn't me. But yeah. Sorry, there's a lull here, but apparently this is going back to Last of Us Season 2, which, you know, I saw nerds, you know, handling business, so shout out to them. And they also did the coffee announcement that there's actually going to be a Cordyceps coffee. I didn't even know that. I learned that from nerds, so shout out nerds. Appreciate you guys. Apparently, this is going to be interesting. Apparently, The Last of Us Season 2 put Pedro Pascal in an unhealthy mindset, which I could kind of see that. The Last of Us is back for the second season. While the returning cast was glad to be back, it wasn't easy. With the story picking up 5 years after the season one, our rift between Pedro Pascal's Joel Miller and Bella Ramsey's Ellie was tough to film. On a practical level, these are quotes. On a practical level, my first day on set was a beautiful setup because the first thing I got to shoot was just Bella and me in an intimate setting. Obviously not like, Pascal recalls during a press conference. Then he later said, there's an incredible, painful distance between the two of them in the playing of the scene, but we still got to be on set and fuck around and laughing and stuff like that. That was incredibly comforting. That was like coming home. My mindset was grateful for being back, but yet at the same time, this experience, more than any other I've had, it's hard for me to separate what characters are going through and how it makes me feel in a way that is very unhealthy. It isn't very healthy. So yeah, if you look at The Last of Us, Joel lost his daughter like in the beginning. And, he was kind of going through what he went through. And he started doing runs, right? Whatever you want to call it. And then with the whole Ellie thing, after his female companion, I forgot what her name was. But anyways, after she died and it was just Joel and Ellie, he literally kind of became her father. And he protected her as a daughter. Because he already had that fatherly instinct, right, from having a daughter. And she was about the same age that his daughter was whenever she died or was killed. So trying to get back in that headspace and trying to think like that while you're portraying a character, I can easily see how that could be a little haunting, right? I could easily see that. But I'm very happy it's coming back out. I'm going to be sad for the inevitable scene. And if you haven't played Last of Us, I'm not going to ruin it for you. But we all know the scene I'm talking about. And when it finally happens, I'm going to be so fucking sad. And the reason why I know it's going to happen is because of the trailer. There was a scene. Yeah. If you know, you know. We'll leave it there. And then 1,000 Pound Sisters, Amy Slanton breaks silence on the arrest after Camel bit her at the zoo. Didn't Keem have them on? 1,000 Pound Sisters? I can't. So evidently she was bitten by a camel and she was taken away on a stretcher and later arrested on suspicion of drug and child endangerment offenses. Authorities found drugs, including psychedelic mushrooms and marijuana, in her vehicle. Amy Slanton and her best friend Brian Scott Lavorne were both arrested, with Amy facing charges of illegal drug possession and child endangerment. So, you get bit by a camel, you go to the hospital, the ambulance, and then they find psychedelics and marijuana in your car with children. You talk about bad luck, chat. You talk about someone that's just not in it to win it. You talk about someone that just can't, right? I can't. That's the other thing too, man. Like when I read stories or see stories about people that like hurt kids or put kids in a bad way, the endangerment, however you want to define that, it really makes me sad, because if y'all are watchers, you know that, me and my wife, we're trying to, have a baby. And we know we're doing the full court press this year. We've been trying, for a while now, and it hadn't happened, unfortunately. But you see people with children, and they're like mistreated, they're abused, they're starved, they're put in harm's way for anything. They're around things they shouldn't be around. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, what the fuck? Like, how are they able to have kids? But, me and my wife, we're not. You know what I mean? Sometimes you ask yourself that. It's sad. It makes me sad. Because that's the last thing I have left in the world that I need to finish. That's once I have a kid and I'm a dad, I'll gladly go. Because I just want some sort of legacy for me left behind, because You know, I do a lot. I try and be nice to people. I try to build things and all that. And I want a baby Ken to leave all that to, you know. I want a baby Ken to reap the rewards of what I've done in my lifetime. And, you know, the fact that we're going through some things and we're trying, it sucks, man. It really does suck. You see motherfuckers like this not cherishing their children as they should be and loving their children the way they should be. It's just, you know, it's fucked up, man. It really is fucked up. And I know people have talked about like adoption. We are going to adopt, but we want to have one and then adopt one. That's what we want to do, you know, because there's a lot of children that need good parents, that need a good home, that need love and care. You know what I mean? And that's what we want to do, but we want to have our own first. So anyways, again, sorry about that. Sometimes I go mask off and I just talk about things, you know what I mean? We have Turd Ferguson with the 5. Morning, brother. Thanks for the appreciation of my name. Rip Norm. Straight up, bro. Love the show. A nice break from the rest of the universe. Facts, man. Facts. That was the whole point of the cafe, right? Because I know this is a drama community. I know people enjoy the yelling and screaming. They enjoy the drama, you know, but hold on. Carlos, wait, I just watched the trailer for the new season and came here right after you spied on me, Ken. No, Carlos. No, Carlos. Keep up, bro. Keep up. But, you know, the whole concept of cafe, which I said this earlier, I don't know if you were here for it, but to have a nice wake up to the LCU, you know, and I know we're normally a morning show. Normally we talk about like the world news, talk about LCU stuff and all those other things. When we got moved to the 2 o'clock slot, slot to give it a try, I still considered us a morning show because we were the first show to wake up the LCU, right? So I always said, you know, wake up with us, go right into Madhouse, because from 2 to like, I think 3:30 in the morning, so it's like 13 and a half hours of content, we were the first, right? We were the first show. So, yeah, I see people giving me well wishes for me and the wifey. I appreciate it, guys. I really do. Because like I said, we've been trying for a bit, you know, and finally I got my insurance back from my retirement. So, you know, it's really good insurance, and she told me she found an OBGYN that she loves. And apparently for some women, it's hard to find an OBGYN that you click with and you enjoy and makes you feel comfortable, which I'm a man, I'll never experience that. But, you know, unfortunately, you know, I lost my insurance because of my income. Whole nother story. But we were able to get it back. She's able to go back to OBGYN, and, you know, hopefully and prayerfully this year we make it happen. So, Glam and Mayhem, I enjoy a mix. I love cafe because it's chill. Yeah, straight up, bro. Brother survived. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, like I said, guys, I appreciate the well wishes. You know, I try and stay humble. You know, I appreciate y'all love. Trust me. I really do. It makes me feel very good that I have my coffee cult. I have my cafe cavalry. You know what I mean? And I try and always stay humble because it could be gone like that. So anyways, all right, let's get back into this. So I don't know. Let's see. One's in the chat if you want me to go ahead and talk about the bullshit, because we all know that I'm going to be talking about it. One or two's in the chat if you want me to keep talking about some news stories and keep y'all updated. Let me know. Let me know. It's definitely one of those things. But, you know, I'm not saying I have a lot to say, but I think some things need to be cleared up. Because, again, people love talking about me in certain kind of ways that I don't appreciate. But at the same time, I get it, right? I get it. But 3, whatever you want to do, Ken. Appreciate it, bro. Natalie Truth with the 5. I got a fresh cup of coffee and cafe on the screen. Best way to start the day. Appreciate it, bro. Thank you. Thank you for that. So we got 3 1s. It's your show, dude. Whatevs. All right. Fuck it. Let me, I'll do 10 more minutes. That way we'll take it to the 11 o'clock hour, right? Eastern Standard Time. And then once we get to the 11 o'clock hour, we'll start addressing and watching some stuff. I don't know why my damn All of it. Kevin Dillinger, you're an amazing person. Thank you, sir. All right. So what do we have? Accidents and disasters. Six dead submarine sink. Too many S's, chat. 6 dead submarine sinks in the Red Sea. Oh, shit. Black Belladonna with the 10. Get it off your chest. Also, you're going to be a great dad. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I really do. That's amazing. I appreciate all the love y'all give, man. I really do. It makes me, like I said before, it makes me feel good. It kind of validates what I'm doing here, and it validates my vision of Cafe, you know. And we should be a mere 3-4 days away from the coffee release? ? I know, oh my God, I can't think. Keem said, for $50 donation, we can talk about the flavor that we chose. So I'm gonna leave that up to you guys. What I'll do, this is what I'll do for you, right? Nice little difference here. We'll do, no, not that many. We'll do this. All right, so I'm gonna do a 1 hour goal. If we hit it, cool. If not, that's fine too. 1 hour goal, 5 super chats at the yellow level. If we get 5 super chats at the yellow level, I will say what the flavor is that we chose. All right. So let's go ahead and check into this one real quick. So yeah, 6 dead, submarine sinks. Right. So the Sinbad vessel sank at 10 a.m. local time, which was 3 a.m. in the Eastern. 39 people were rescued, 9 injured, and 4 in critical condition. So apparently the passengers, they had India, Russia, Norway, Sweden, and Egyptian. So they have 5 different representatives, or 5 different countries represented on the submarine. This is from Geordie's favorite news show, the BBC. It's, let's see, 2 of those that died were children. That's unfortunate. And then they're still looking into the cause because they don't know what the cause is. Right. So the one thing you never really want to see or hear about in accidents like this is children dying, kind of like, what was it, a few years ago, they had the, that one thing that just kind of imploded. They're using like a Logitech Xbox controller to like steer it and like control it. You know what I mean? They had a father and son in there, and that was kind of sad. You know what I mean? It's definitely don't want to hear about that. But Black Belladonna with another 10. I appreciate you. I don't even drink coffee, but I want to know. I appreciate you, ma'am. Oh man, 4 more yellas, and we will be releasing the flavor. Remember, even Grim said he doesn't drink coffee, but it smelled amazing. So it's going to be beautiful. I can't wait for this release. Can't wait for this release. Kane's Corner with the 10 British pounds. Do we even need to have a birds and bees talk, Ken? Do we need to have a birds and bees talk, Ken? Hope y'all get some progress on that. Much love. I need more coffee. We appreciate you, bro. Thank you for that. I believe we're going to be shipping to the UK because this is going to be on the store, like the locale.co store, which we'll go ahead and pin that in chat. Make sure y'all go here and check out the merch. It's beautiful stuff, man. Like I said, the hoodies are there, obviously, with the Cafe logo, the best logo in the entire LCU, outside of obviously the main show. And then there's the hat, there's T-shirt, which I need to do some shopping, and pretty soon you'll be able to select coffee. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, I'm hoping that we get some mugs and coffee cups in there, like the travel, whatever. Hostile Alien with the Canadian 10 for coffee. Appreciate it, bro. Thank you so much. 2 more yellas. Oh, we got one more. The greatest honor of my life is to raise children. I hope you get the same honor soon. Now spill the beans. I appreciate you, Doza. Thank you for that. That means the world to me. That's what I'm gonna want, man. Just raise your children, be the best possible person they can. You know what I mean? That's truly what I want. I see Bean still in chat. Appreciate you, ma'am. Thank you for being here and checking me out on the Ken solo stream. All right, guys, we need one more yella, and we're gonna release the footage, or not the footage. Sorry, the name. But I lost my train of thought. Do we get it? Yep. The bro that survived with 10. There it is. Donating so that once you and Beans have your morning products empire going. Donating so that once you and Beans have your morning products empire going strong and steady, I can say I was there from the beginning. Appreciate it, bro. Thank you so much. All right, guys. Beans, you want to hop in here real quick to be with me while we announce this? You can hop right out if you want. I'm going to leave it up to you. I know there's going to be a little bit of a delay, so I'm going to wait to see if she wants to come in real quick. No camera if you don't want to. I just, if you can be here while we do it together, I think that'd be pretty cool. But I think it's going to be awesome flavor. When we saw all the flavors, I genuinely thought this was going to be the best. I'm a big fan of the flavor in other things. So we'll see. We'll definitely see. Beans. All right. I guess Miss Beans won't be able to make it. That's okay. So the coffee flavor that we have decided to do the launch with is butterscotch. Butterscotch coffee. Beans already said it, damn it.
Gosh darn it.
Yeah, so butterscotch coffee is what we decided. It's gonna be the best, I think, out of all the flavors to say or for a launch to kind of get it out there and started. So what I'm gonna do is, Miss Beans, if you're ready, since you were able to brew it, since you were able to taste it, what were your thoughts on it?
Well, the first thing was the smell. Like, right off the rip, whenever you brew it, the smell is just amazing. It, like, walks through, like, the entire, like, space whenever you brew it. Mm-hmm. I remember the first time, I wasn't the first person to try it because I think I was doing something else. I was doing a show. Mm-hmm. But I smelled it when Keemstar walked by with a cup. And I was like, oh, what is that? That smells really good. And he's like, oh, I forgot to tell you, like, your sample arrived today. Would you like to try it? And I'm like, heck yeah. Mm-hmm. So I went over and I brewed myself a cup, or like poured myself a cup. And you can really taste like the sweetness before even adding anything to it. Mm-hmm. And the thing that surprised me the most is that, like, Xylee, she loved it. Like, everybody in the house loved it when they tried it.
Let me ask you this.
So yeah.
Is it a strong butterscotch, or is it kind of like subtle? Because some people in chat, obviously, I don't think they're a fan of butterscotch coffee, but
it's very subtle. The strongest thing about it is the smell.
Okay.
So it's a very strong butterscotch smell, but the taste is very subtle. And if you add like any like flavored creamer to it, it can kind of cancel out the taste just a little bit, but not too much.
I got you.
Mm-hmm. And I also have your sample bag as well that I still need to mail out to you. Just haven't had the chance to do so.
Appreciate that. So people are asking, is there going to be like a regular plain medium and dark roast coffee? I'm sure there will be. You know what I mean? We just, we had a list of flavors that we wanted to do the launch with. So, medium and dark roast wasn't on there, but I'm sure we can get just like a plain everyday coffee. So,
yeah, that would be cool. Because the other thing is, what was it? Like, for me, it was a little too... I'm used to Bustelo, right? Cafe Bustelo, and Cafe Bustelo is known as, like, an espresso coffee.
Yeah.
So I'm used to, like, having that strong coffee right off rip. So this was a little weaker for my taste, but I think it would be good for, like, a general coffee for the public. Because a lot of people are used to that. Not everybody starts off with Bustelo.
Beautiful. I got you. Cool. Well, I appreciate you, ma'am. Thank you for coming in with it while we talked about it. Because I wanted you here since y'all actually brewed it and talked about it. You can go into a little bit more in depth. You know what I mean? So I appreciate that. Hopefully the rest of your trip is awesome. Hopefully you're having a great time.
Yes, sir. Right now, I'm just at a friend's house, and we're going to go to I think a baby shower of some sort.
Oh,
Um, but it's so funny because you're talking about like being a father and stuff, and our friends' kids, like the moment that they saw me, they just attached themselves to me, and like this is like a natural like occurrence. Like every single time that I'm around kids, like they just naturally gravitate towards me,
hmm,
and apparently like right when one of our kids one of our friends' kids woke up, he immediately said, "Oh, where's," and then he said my name, and that
nice.
just melted my heart, like, immediately, like, he just, like, met me, not just met me because I knew him when he was a baby,
Yep,
but, yeah, he was like, "Oh, where's
yep.
blank?" And I'm like, "Oh, that's so cute."
Got you.
But I hope you have a good rest of your show, and,
Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate it.
I'm so excited for coffee.
Yeah, me too. All right, take care, Miss Beans. Later.
Take care, Ken. Bye-bye.
All right. So, for those of you that donated that don't like the flavor, message me your Cash App and I'll send you your money back. Because now I feel bad. But Mono, when is Cafe getting their line of energy drinks for those who don't drink coffee? All love. Y'all are awesome. Hopefully soon. That'd be kind of cool. This is the thing I will say. And when I say this, I mean all shows in the LCU. All shows. Actually, no. I'll take LCU. I'll take Locale Live out of it. I'll take Locale Live out of it because of the personalities that are on there. So this is when I'm going to make my statement. I truly believe Cafe is the most marketable show out of all of them. As far as sponsorships, as far as merch, and just as far as, ability to have branded things. I truly think it is. Appreciate you, Doza. Thank you for playing with me. I appreciate it. And then Duck Savannah, what's the price going to be on the coffee? That I don't know if I can say that. I'm going to wait on the okay from the boss. But what I will say is it's very reasonable. It's very reasonable. It's not expensive. It's not something dumb. You know what I mean? It's very reasonably priced. So this is what that's what I'll say from it. Like, I will gladly buy a few bags of this when I say reasonably priced. So, saying almost fire. I hope Keem takes advantage of breaking the NDA to fire her. Hopefully. All right. Well, it's 11:03 chat. I think it's, oh shit, Seth looks. Ken, you should use Billy's song Time Bomb as your personal thing now that Becky made her goofy statement about you. I would need Mr. Fridge's express written permission that I'm allowed to use it without getting a copyright infringement. On letterhead, signed by the big man himself. I'm just kidding. All right. And no, Recovery, I do not want Raid Shadow Legends as a sponsor for Locale Cafe. You know what I do in my downtime, guys? I play Raid Shadow Legends. Like, that doesn't fit at all. But yeah. All right. So, it's 11:04. I think it's time to get into this. Finally. All right. So, if y'all don't know, or if you were living under a rock for a bit, people know where we at. All right. People know there's a certain Razorback that thinks I am a ticking time bomb that's ready to explode. Jaffe put me as number 2 as people that he thinks will be most likely to snap. I'm going to talk about Jaffe first because we have figured that out. When Jaffe said it, I was like, all right, maybe. Because, I'm a nice guy. I try and be a nice person. All this other shit, blah, blah. I get it. But then when him and him and Becky were talking, he made the statement of Ken is one war movie away from everyone else in the theater not walking out the same. And that one kind of hit me. So, but we talked it out. We talked it out in Maine. I understand where he was coming from. I get what he was trying to do because, again, he has a different type of humor, you know. And I went on Nerds, and, you know, they were on there because Zay misinterpreted something I said in main chat. But, you know, Jaffe kind of explained himself. And, you know, I said, I accept your apology. We're good. And we'll leave it there. We'll leave that there. Me and Jaffe are good. So, actually, no. This is where we're going to start first. Guys. The very, very first thing. Not the very first. Let me pull up. Docket team, I didn't tell you I wanted this. So, again, don't worry about it. I should have told you. But, where are you at? This is hilarious, I think. And I just want to play a certain part of it, and we'll figure it out from there.
Yo, Savage got the okay to fucking go fucking ham on these bitches. Ain't nobody say, Tone Girl.
Yeah, I was
Obviously, there is some liquid courage, liquid fire under your ass. I don't know how else to put it, but let's listen.
told that I was being a little shy and not being my regular self.
Yep.
But guess what? The boss man just gave me to go full fucking throttle on all you motherfuckers.
And Keem, in case you don't remember, I got that shit recorded. They don't call me paparazzi for nothing, bitch. The pirates are
Paparazzi is actually a hilarious fucking name for her. Paparazzi, like, that's hilarious. I got to give credit where credit's due.
coming for your ass,
Guess
motherfucker.
what? Guess what? No one is safe.
Nope.
Rewind ain't safe.
Nope.
Cafe ain't safe.
Nope.
Cafe ain't safe. Then the last thing I was going to show.
What'd I do?
You spill your drink on me, you drunk
Listen,
whore.
Twiggy.
Twiggy and the main character syndrome. But anyways. So Milker says cafe ain't safe. Well, all I'm going to say is I'm going to sit back and wait because I'm not the type of person that likes to draw first blood. But, you know, whatever happens, happens. And we'll leave it there. People brought it up. Someone commented about it on the last video that we did. So I just want to throw that out. So evidently, Savage is off her leash. Keem said she can do whatever she wants. She can go after whoever she wants. So it'll be funny to see how that works out. It'll be funny to see what she does. But, you know. All right, so let's get into this.
But he didn't say.
Hold on, let me see. All right.
SA claimed.
All right. Let's get into this one, guys. So this is Queens last night. And we'll see what they're talking about, but let me see the comments really quick. Brother Survive. Ken will handle the milkers by being the big friendly man in the nursing home that all the old ladies love to pinch. Appreciate it, bro. St. Elmo's Fire. That's a horrible thing to say. I'm a Virginian like you, and you are the epitome of Virginia, gentleman Ken. I raised two of my own. One 25 years active duty, the other med boarded out at 25 years. Appreciate that. Thank you for your service. I appreciate that. And, I appreciate your, your children in the service. That's beautiful. Sunshinery Cafe is always safe. Let's hope. Let's hope. All right. So, I think it's time. We've done enough stalling. We've done enough bullshit. The milkers are coming for cafe. It's fine. I love you, lady, still. It's beautiful. One quick thing. Savage is a lot taller than I thought she was going to be. Like, I didn't think she was literally going to be that tall. I got to say that. And when Becky says she's short, bro, she is short. She is fucking short, bro. That has nothing to do with what I'm about to say, but yeah. All right, let's do it.
But he didn't say a rude word to you. He didn't just speak to you. He didn't disrespect you. He didn't say shit.
Well,
Nothing
he
to you.
has. He did it in a dono. He did it saying whatever that $100 donation was, begging for me to not be allowed back, saying that I think he said in it, I was a liability or something. I don't remember. Don't quote me on it. But he's been very rude about me for no goddamn reason. I don't usually talk shit about him. I don't say shit about him. I let him stay in his lane. I stay in mine.
Well, what caused the rift between you and him?
There shouldn't be a rift. I have no idea. Honestly, when I managed, my only interaction with him for the most part is when I managed Nerds, and we were totally fine. We were fine over there. So the only thing I can think of, and this is what somebody said to me, and I don't know if this is true. This is speculation, so I don't know. Take it with a grain of salt. Is that maybe since he was like on the after show and he was friends with Richie, my ex, where I have the essay.
But he didn't.
SA claims that's why he doesn't like me, but I don't know. That would make sense if it's the case, but I don't know. That's just speculation. Otherwise, I have no fucking idea why he's got an issue with me. I've never done anything to him to give him cause to have an issue with me.
Okay. And you
SA claim.
All right. How can I say this and start? First of all, it has nothing to do with me being on the after show. It has nothing to do with Richie. Richie and I were acquaintances at best. I have, nothing against the dude as a person, how he treated me, how me and him interacted. I said that I don't know what happened with the whole stuff between them, and I'm not going to speculate because that's not on me to speculate. I never use that against her when I said anything about her, because that'd be fucked up on my part, because that's victim blaming, allegedly victim blaming. What I said about her was because whenever Wings had the whole safety issue, she made that about her. And when there was the whole Savage and Flava thing with her, I felt she took that a little too far, and she didn't understand, like, banter. And if you look, she looked at every single thing that she could to get out of going. She quit for the 10th millionth time. She took up a lot of Keem's time. She took up Mike's time, the talking, the phone conversations, the voice texts, wasting people's time. The reason I didn't say a word to her at Fat Camp, straight up, is because I don't feel she should be here. I don't feel she should be back, because I've said it numerous times. I'll say it again. I feel she doesn't have any integrity. I feel that she thought she could do it on her own. And I know she said that others can stream on their own channels, blah, 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 whatever. I think she saw the grass wasn't greener. And I know Jaffe said she had like 2,000 or 2.5 thousand watchers. I didn't see that, The only numbers I saw were like 500 to 800, maybe 900. But again, that's what I saw. I didn't watch the whole thing or pay attention to that. But I also feel if anyone else in the LCU did what she did, they'd be fired, they'd be banned, they'd be shunned, right? But no. She thinks she can just waltz back in here. She thinks she can just come back, shave her head, and everyone will accept her back. I'm not like that. I'm not that person. I feel that you tried to use some sort of momentum to gain some sort of, you know, what everyone else does whenever they leave the LCU, try and ride that fame, and it failed. It failed for you hard. That's why you tried to come back. The entire time leading up to Fat Camp, you did not want to go. There was no positive, you gave no positive intentions of coming, right? All you did was bitch, complain, and look at other situations to where you could use it for your own selfish gain. Tina worked for a week before Fat Camp. Mike learned OBS. Mike learned how to run a stream. He did test streams because they legit wanted to do it without you. And I think it was going to be successful. Right? We'll never know. When I was there with Beans and we were doing a show and Keem was on there and we were talking about after you left, I told him, I said, bro, you created this monster and I'm surprised you brought it back to you got to fucking deal with it. Now, we all know why you came back. We all know why. You'll probably never admit it. But it was for this. And what is that? That is the root of all evil. This is the root of all evil. And we all know that saying. And when I didn't say a word to you while we were there, yeah, you came up to me with your hand out and you said, "Are we good?" I said, "Mm-hmm." And I shook your hand. I'm not going to sit there and yell at you, cuss you out, all this other shit, because it doesn't benefit me. People can say that I should have voiced my concerns with her and all that. It wasn't going to do anything. I'm the type of person that if I'm not, all right, how can I say this right? If I have nothing to say, if there's a situation that I don't want to be in, I will leave. I won't say a word. And that's how I felt with you, Becky. Truly. I felt that me and you had nothing to talk about. I felt that there would be no net positive for me to talk to you. And I thought you didn't deserve to be there. The catalyst for me that really sealed that fate for me was when you were on your stream. You had, we'll call him Golf and Lima, right? Military phonetic. Golf and Lima. Golf and Lima were in there. You kept saying, yeah, maybe, you know. And you did that fake tarot card reading bullshit for Golf. And you said the card stated that you would probably end up working together a lot sooner than you expected. That for me killed it. That killed it for me. Because you're just like all these other people. Whenever they leave, they got all this shit. And then try to make something of their careers. They try to do something on YouTube. Yet you want to sit here and tote how you have this Harvard degree. You can go anywhere and start with $150,000 a year. But you want to be here. You want to be here. You feel this is for you. And I don't buy any of that. I don't buy shit you say. That's why I just ignore you. And that's why I said nothing to you at the camping trip. If you said you felt some hate radiating from me, you felt some energy from me, that's a you problem. That's not a me problem. Because I feel nothing. There's nothing in this world I ever need to say to you. And at this point, I mean, I didn't want to talk about it, but obviously with people making comments, people saying I'm a yes, sir.
What's going on, Ken?
Whoa, super loud, sir. Super loud.
Oh,
What's going on, sir?
chilling. Just got home. Just set up my stuff. Is it still super loud?
Oh yeah. You're blowing out speakers. I got you turned down to like 20 in Discord, and yeah, it's super loud.
Okay. I'm sure to fix that.
All right.
How's that?
It's better, but like when you go back and watch the stream, you'll hear what I'm saying. I think maybe like your gain's up a little too much, maybe, or something, because it sounds almost, it's low volume, but it still sounds a little distorted. So I don't know, like if you want to listen back and listen to yourself talk, I'm not sure the term.
Yeah, my phone's. Oh, there we go. That's probably better now, huh?
Yeah, much better.
There you go. Yeah, I was kind of shocked. I was on my drive home and I heard them saying that, they're basically picking on you, that you're a soldier and that you're going to snap at any moment,
Yeah.
and I'm like, what the fuck am I listening to? Like, what did Ken do to deserve this bullshit,
Yeah. I mean, she said she felt this energy and hate from me because I didn't speak to her. I didn't say one word to her. I mean, that's her problem, bro. Because if she feels some type of way, that's something she has to deal with. And I've said it before, I don't know if you heard, but yeah, because of what she did on her stream, I just feel she lacks integrity. And I can't deal with people like that.
Yeah, I didn't really understand that whole stream, where Becky and Jaffe were just like putting out this messaging that, the company's horrible, the company's like into some sick, weird stuff, and we want to see people suffer.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's just literally not what this company's about. We want people to do good. We want people to be successful.
Mm-hmm.
And then it got to the point where it's like, Ken's gonna snap at any moment, and it's just like, what? You know who did snap at any moment? Fucking Becky. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So it's like, it's wild that those two were putting across this messaging about you, who did absolutely nothing, where Becky did snap. It's almost like, it's almost like they're just not paying attention.
No, they're definitely not. And they're in their own worlds.
Can't read a room.
Yep.
Can't identify, things that are happening. It was kind of crazy.
Yep. And then Dead Score with the 5, not to mention she blamed Keem for the Richie situation, making every choice she made after the dating show to blame on Keem. Narcissism at its best.
Yeah.
There's just no accountability there. And, there's more I'd like to say that obviously I can't say just because of other stuff. But, I mean, I think I got the point across. And, when I was on Nerds, they asked me if I'd ever want to talk to her to settle it. I mean, I wouldn't mind it. But, again, I just don't see the net positive for me to do that.
Another thing you should bring up in case she gets into it, about like, because she brags a lot that her show is like, my show's number 2. Well, the numbers on Queens are going down every month, right?
Yeah.
The numbers on Cafe are going up every month, right?
Yeah.
The numbers on Madhouse are going down every month.
Mm-hmm.
Again, the numbers on Cafe are going up every month.
Yep.
So it is what it is. But you're gonna snap at any moment. You're
exactly
a crazy one.
Yep. And I mean, not to mention, right? Like, I've been to the camping trip. I've been to Fat Camp. You've been around me. People have been around me. I try and be a very positive person. I try and give good vibes. I try and be the rational and logical one. You know what I mean? And, just because she wants to come in here. And the 2 days she was there was just so much drama. And you could feel this energy at Fat Camp that no one really wanted to be there while she was there. And, you know,
it is kind of crazy when she showed up. Literally, it felt different, and everyone's saying that. And it seems like if you're a viewer, you must be like, they're just talking out of their ass. Cause like, I don't really believe that. Oh, the energy shifted. Like that just seems like some hocus pocus bullshit, but it really did. Like it truly did. And then once she was removed off the property, we're all celebrating, having a great time. Like, dude, it's so strange. It is very strange. One thing that I've been constantly thinking about, and this is a stretch, I get it, but if Becky never showed up, would that whole incident with Wings even happen? And not just because of like how the argument started, just the energy. Because the energy changed when she was there. It's crazy.
100% did. And honestly, this is just me. I truly don't think it would have happened because no one would have been tense. She wouldn't have created a situation where Wings felt a certain type of way. And I know you were dealing with shit and you were stressed out of your fucking mind. And I think the two energies just colliding, you and Wings colliding with each other, is a result of her and her actions.
That bro Survive said, numbers don't make you right, Keemstar. Numbers mean you're popular. But what's popular isn't always right. I disagree with you. If I did agree with you, then my numbers would be horrible. So I disagree with you fundamentally.
Yep. I mean, like, obviously, like, numbers are a thing, analytics are a thing, right? But at the same time, I never want to look at this as like a job. I want to look at this as a hobby that I'm benefiting from, because it puts a better mindset for me that I want to do this. I enjoy doing this. This is a creative outlet for me. And I have the fans that support it, you know. That's kind of how I view this whole thing. And I really think it's been going great. And our numbers are up. We're getting more and more. And I'm extremely happy with it. I couldn't ask for better.
Yeah.
But nah, man.
Oh, I'm so excited about being home.
Oh.
It took me forever to set this up because Twiggy packed up everything.
Oh, God.
And I didn't know this, but he must have got out of Allen wrench and he literally like the mic stands I had to put together. I'm like, dude, Twiggy, why'd you do all that? Now
yeah,
I gotta put it back together.
He's extra as hell, man. Yeah, I was actually waiting to hear from him to see his whole like car situation, because I know he was kind of worried about it, but I'm assuming nothing happened. But yeah, man, I think everyone's happy to be home. I think a great reset's going to be needed for everybody. And then some people are actually asking earlier as far as like the schedule. So do you think y'all will be back live tomorrow, or what do you or Monday? I mean.
No, me and Boogie are going to be live tomorrow. We're going to do a recap on Fat Camp, like all the highlights, everything that happened. We're going to try not to be negative and try not to cover the negative stuff, because we want to save that for another episode.
Definitely.
But tomorrow we just kind of want to talk about the success that was Fat Camp. You know, I seen some people saying, oh, bro, Fat Camp was a bust. There wasn't the final stream with the weigh-ins and stuff. It's like, dude, after the wedding, my body shut down. I'm not joking. Like, there was one point during the wedding where I just, like,
you checked out.
Almost passed out. You know what I mean? My body just gave up just from how much I was doing. And it had nothing to do with the alcohol. And Brantley wanted to stay and party a little bit longer. And we got back to our room. And she handed me a Red Bull, and I slammed the thing to get up and going. And I only made it another 45 minutes. And then as soon as my head hit the pillow, when we got back once again for the second time, I was out like a light, dude.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it was an exhausting trip. But, you know, highly rewarding. The fans came through, supported Fat Camp, even though all the fucking hell that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say the best thing for me was just meeting everyone, seeing other people again. You know, I thought that was awesome. And doing like IRL stuff with Beans, you know, like together. It was definitely a different dynamic. And I actually thought I thought the shows were better in person than, you know, doing it like this through Discord, because you're there, you can feed off of each other and all that. I thought it was awesome. So that was definitely the highlight for me.
The funniest thing is seeing Cafe and Rewind live, because you have these giants next to Little Women.
That's funny as hell.
It just looks hilarious.
Hell yeah. I thought that was funny. People were talking about it. I thought that was funny, but yeah, no, I think it was a W. I mean, obviously you had your negative stuff, but I mean, at the same time, negative easy to focus on, you know, focusing on the positive and understanding what you did and what you built while there with the challenges you faced, man. Not a lot of people could have done that. A lot of people would have just gave up and said, fuck it. You know what I mean? So you got to be proud of yourself there, man.
Oh yeah, I don't give up. You know, we're there. We have all this money invested into this. Our fans are counting on us to produce content. Could the content be greater? Absolutely. But I'll tell you what, the show must go on. You know, we must produce a show. And some of those streams were lame as fuck. You know what I mean? We're like just sitting in the theater room. I get it 100%. But it was like that or nothing. And there definitely was not going to be a nothing. There definitely was going to be, you know, some sort of stream. We would figure out a way to do something, and we did. So I'm pretty happy. Planning a wedding in 6 hours was one of those things that, you know, I can tell my grandchildren. You know, one time I planned a wedding in 6 hours. Like, that was insane how well that came out for the limited time that we had.
Yeah, definitely. And I know you were saying you could always look at becoming a wedding planner, you know, because you think so fast on the fly. You know what I mean? But nah, dude, I appreciated my time there. I was happy for the invite. And, you know, obviously, you know, I wish I could have done more in some scenarios. You know, some scenarios I probably did a little less, but it was still great being there and seeing everyone. And like I said, the positive to me always outweighs the negative, and it was definitely a success. So, you know, kudos to you, man.
So for the people asking how much weight everybody lost, I think Billy lost close to 50 pounds. Kid behind the camera lost like 25 pounds. And I think Boogie lost about 15 total. As far as wings, I have no idea. As far as Zeta Ray, again, I have no idea. But those three I've been able to track. So it was 50, 25, and 15 pounds that they lost total. And then that was like our last weigh-in. And then when we got to the wedding, like, we were eating McDonald's. So, you know what I mean? Like, it was just, I didn't really want to weigh them at that point, because it was like, okay.
Yeah, no, I got you. And I definitely think it was a major W, the entire community, you know, letting Nightmare have his job back. Like, everyone was so fucking happy and excited, dude. And I think that was definitely a good move on you. I know
he definitely did not deserve it.
No.
He definitely did not deserve it. But
yeah, no, I got you. Hell yeah. And, you know, all those fat asses losing weight, that was the whole point of it. And then put out an entertaining product. So definitely wins there. Seeing it in real time and understanding how, like, the streams y'all just sat in the theater room and, like, bullshitted around was, like, the most, like, supported shows compared to, like, y'all actually, like, doing stuff. You know, it is a weird dichotomy. You know what I mean? That is actually a thing.
It was really challenging to navigate all this stuff. And, you know, every day we had to, you know, grab a mixer, grab headphones, grab microphones, grab cameras, grab a PC, keyboard, mouse, and put it in a new location, and then set up satellite internet to just get the shot and produce the stream in a different location. And, you know, there's just like little stuff like, you know, in the morning I got to do my drum alert, and then I got to get the thumbnail, and then we got to figure out what we're doing, and then we have to move the setup and get the setup and get the shot. And while all that's going on, I got to make sure all these other shows that are running during that time of setting up the show for Locale Live are running smoothly.
Yep.
You know, so it's
a lot, dude.
It's just way more than anyone could anticipate. And I did it because I'm a legend.
Facts, dude. Facts.
You know, I pulled it off, so I'm pretty fucking happy about it.
Hell yeah. So just real quick, Cine Corinthos, welcome to Band World. Appreciate you, ma'am. And then Pretty is Pretty Does, welcome to Band World. I appreciate you.
No.
But yeah, dude, I think it's awesome. I think the decompression stream tomorrow that y'all are doing is going to be good. Just, get it all out there, and then we'll be waiting to see what the next steps are at Locale Live. Holy shit! Oh my God, Shy, you are a fucking legend with the $212.58 super chat, bro. Thank you so much. I don't know what I do. I don't know what I do to deserve your love, Shy, but you're an amazing human being. Thank you, dude.
Shy, thank you so much.
Dude's a fucking legend. Super nice guy too, man. Super nice guy. Did you hear about the him and Baha drama?
No.
So evidently, like, Baha was in Discord saying that, like, they got into, like, a major fight and that Shia had to be, like, escorted off the property and all that. Like, he went through this whole thing, but it was supposed to be a bit, but he didn't tell Shy this. He just kind of went with it. He just wanted to stir up, like, a little bit of, like, Discord drama. And I'm like...
Well, there was the whole thing that I just discovered last night in the Discord where fucking Slime showed his wiener.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I saw
in the
that.
Discord 2 days ago. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? What?
Yeah.
And so I banned his ass, and apparently the one of the moderators told him to do it, and I'm just like, dude, what the fuck? Do you think when someone makes a video like exposing this that they're gonna fucking put Locale Live Discord mod did this? No, they're gonna put Keemstar in the title. Like, are you guys fucking thinking, bro? They're gonna say Keemstar did this.
Yeah.
I mean, what the fuck is this shit? So I had to ban a bunch of people last night. I'm honestly so fucking sick and tired of this. Like, I can't watch everything at all times. I was driving from Texas to New York, and while I'm away, the fucking mouse are playing all these stupid games. Like, dude, I don't trust my moderators now. Like, that's fucking wild, dude. That's insane. Like, I really thought I could trust them, and apparently I can't. Like, it is wild.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not gonna go deep into what was talked about, but yeah, when you mentioned it, I was like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Like in the mod chat, I was like, what the fuck? And then obviously people chimed in, and whatever happened. But yeah, I don't get that one, man. Real quick, Duck Savannah, Keem, did you do anything about you getting scammed for the internet issue? And Fat Camp was a big W. Can we know what the price is of the Locale coffee?
Don't quote me on this, but I think it's probably going to cost you like $25-$30. I think that's what it is. And I don't know if that's a pound or half pound. I have no idea.
Okay.
I really don't know.
Yeah.
I really don't know. The label should be done today, so we'll be able to review that. And I was hoping to put it on sale, this week, but I don't know if we're going to be able to do that by this week because everything got delayed due to Fat Camp and just how much work had to go into that. So we're a little bit delayed on the launch, but it shouldn't cost that much. I mean, what is a normal bag of coffee? It's going to be
like $20. $25, yeah.
$20-$25. It's probably going to be something similar to that.
Okay. And then they're asking about, since you got scammed on the internet, were you able to do anything? Because since they promised a gigabyte internet and you didn't get it, they were asking, were you able to get anything because you got scammed for it?
No, I didn't. But it is what it is. Lesson learned.
Yep. And then Mono, Baha won the fight with Shy because Baha is a black belt in jiu-jitsu. I have no idea what you're talking about, but
hilariously not true.
Yeah. And then the other thing I was telling people is like Overt. That's a cool fucking dude. I love sitting there and just talking to him and just his journey throughout internet and all that stuff. It's pretty badass, I think.
Remember when Wings was saying, here's the $32,000 mistake that you made.
Yep.
We could have been at Lord Rush's, right? Do you remember when he said that?
I remember that.
We have a big internet. Here's the thing. There's no place to stay at Lord Rush's. Where are we staying? We just sleeping in a field? You know what I mean? Like, there's a difference between talkers and doers. Like, Wings is a talker, not a doer. He doesn't execute. He'll say shit, but he doesn't actually do the work, so he would have no idea, right?
Yep.
He put about 10 seconds into thinking of this, all right? and came to the conclusion, oh, we could stay on this property for free, but there's nowhere to stay on that property. It's just literally land. You're talking about land. You're not talking about showers and bedrooms and you know
Electricity.
what I mean? You know, so it's just I'm so sick of you know, people just talking and not fucking doing. Same thing with Grim. Like, you know, Grim helped out huge. Totally appreciate that. But he's just, you know, thinks he knows everything. Is always talking.
Yeah.
Always talking like, oh, you should have this and you should have this and you should have. Well, okay, look what we did though. Look what we did with what we had. You know, it's like,
Oh, yeah.
on, bro.
Well, I think a lot of it too is, you know, just trying to like learn to have less challenges. But at the
And
same,
then he's like trying to give me praise. He's like, I'll give Keemstar credit. Keemstar asked me for the list of things that we need to make this better in the future. I got to give him credit. Well, don't patronize me, you dumb motherfucker. Do you think I've gotten this far in my life without like learning and trying to improve every aspect of this entertainment business? Like, dude, it's just so insane the thoughts that run through these retards' heads.
Yeah.
I want to fucking slap him when he was fucking patronizing me like that. Like, are you fucking dumb, dude?
oh yeah, I get that. And you know, Sterling in the chat asked like, what didn't you ask him to make a list? I guess the things, and that's a little
Yeah, I
different.
asked him to make a list. Of course I would. Like, how can I do this better? You know, like, so Grim, you're fucking retarded. He was like shocked by that. Oh my God, Keemstar wants to learn how to make this better. Wow, I'm so proud of him. Who are you talking to? Like, bro, there's so many retards that were there.
Yep.
It's unreal.
One thing,
And then he was trying to tell me, this know-it-all Grim was trying to tell me the reason why the TTS is not working right is because it's running through Stream Elements servers onto a web page, and that's not why it's working. I'm like, no, I don't think it's working because the internet's so shit. And sure enough, I was right.
sometimes
He was trying to say that. He was trying to tell me everything I was doing was wrong, and I was like, I've done it before, so I know it works.
yeah, I mean, sometimes the simple answers are the best ones, right? Like, one thing I'll say about Grim is I think he does want to help sometimes, but his word choice can be a little difficult sometimes. Just because he's trying to come off as just forward.
I truly appreciate Grim and all the help. I like really do. But boy, does that boy think he knows everything?
Nah. I got you. But no, dude, I think hold on. Tiffany Hooker said fire her. She has no respect for Keem. I don't know who you're talking about. Yeah, so like I said, I told Keem like he created this monster, and unfortunately we just gotta roll with the punches and deal with it. Right. And
I'm gonna give Becky a little bit more time, Ken, to like get with the program, right?
Oh yeah.
You can't be in the position that she's in, which we put her in, and then be anti-company. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hemi Zach with the $23.99. As I keep saying, trust in Keem 100%. Thank you, Hemi. I appreciate you, bro.
She's too anti-company, anti-Keem, anti. You know what I mean? It's like I don't need people to kiss in my ass, but dude, I shouldn't have like my second show just constantly dogging on everything. You know, she was a clear danger at Fat Camp, right? She made a very unsafe, hostile environment. And then her first stream back, she's saying, yeah, Keem did not keep everyone safe at Fat Camp. You know, Lolcow Live doesn't know how to keep people safe. It's like, bitch, you were the one that was unsafe. Bro, it's like so insane, dude. Like in any normal scenario, you'd just be fired.
Yeah.
But the only reason why you're not is because my megaphone is bigger. I will be able to speak to more people and tell them the truth. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And I have video evidence that you were the hostile one. You know, you were the problem.
Yep.
So it's just like so.
It's
so insane.
Two things. Go ahead. Sorry.
I just feel like I'm the only one living in reality, and I just keep hearing this constant like rewriting of history. These false narratives being written a million different ways. Like shit, dude. You know, like I was saying on Milkers yesterday, me and Boogie had a call with Wings, and we were trying to figure out where he was at with the anger management and how he's doing. after all this. And then me and Boogie brought up that, you know, we feel some sort of way that once again we're on another trip where he leaves early and then we make a shit ton of money after he's gone. And we made like $30,000 after Wings was out of there, right?
Damn.
And so we feel some sort of way about that. And before we could even talk about it, you know, Kelly's in the background because he has me on speaker screaming that I'm greedy. I fucking lost my mind. I'm greedy? Bro, I'm running around doing a million fucking things to make sure all these shows are going and everyone's being successful. Wings just shows up. But like in their mind, I'm a greedy piece of shit. And I'm so sick of people living in this like false reality. Like in this different world that I live in. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah, I get it.
Bro, I think that was the moment me and Boogie were just like, okay, like, dude, I'm not risking my career helping Wings anymore. I think, you know, the ties between me and Wings are severed for good.
So so there's no chance he's coming as of right now. You don't think he'll be allowed to come back?
No, because then after that happened, then he was starting to make excuses about her tripping, and the slap in the car ride wasn't really a slap, and it was like, you know, once the mask came off and they started calling me greedy, they were also making all kinds of excuses for the hands on women thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, oh, this guy's doesn't really think he did anything wrong, you know? So it's like just one of those moments where, you know, masks were off and me and Boogie were like, well, fuck, dude. Here's the thing that's going to suck. Lolcow Live moving forward will never be the same.
No, it won't.
For good or for worse, it will never be the same now that Wings is gone. And, you know, maybe the show takes a little bit of a dive because of Wings is gone. Or maybe it goes up. I have no idea. But unfortunately, we've been dealt with a situation where we really can't work with him. You know, the future of Lolcow Live and the Lolcow Live universe, it 100% includes live events. 100%.
Yep.
It is in part of our DNA. It's what separates these shows from a lot of the other shows online and whatnot. Mm-hmm. It's one of the things that makes us unique. And unfortunately, leading up to Fat Camp, Wings made a bunch of threats, right? You know, so he was going to shoot people. I mean, it was crazy what he was saying. And, you know, we had to kick him from Fat Camp. And then, you know, he realized he did wrong and, you know, apologized and all this fucking shit to get back in good graces. And then, okay, we let him go. And then this happens, you know, and it's like, dude, you just, I don't know. I think it's literally impossible to do a live event with Wings of Redemption ever again. Because at what point am I to blame, right? I know he's hostile. I know he's a danger to others, right? I witness it with my own eyes. So I literally could never, ever, ever do a live event with Wings ever again. It would be literally impossible. It would be negligent on my part, you know?
Yep. That's the point I was going to make, is at what point is the owner of the company responsible for keep putting someone with this pattern in history and thought process in the eyes of everyone else and around people, right? But real quick, Pretty is Pretty Does with the 10 great show. Thank you so much. And then Graceful Dove, Billy on Lolcow Live. There's been actually a lot of people in the chat saying that. Do you think that would work out?
Well, I can tell you this: Wings will not be replaced with permanent hosts for a very long time. Me and Boogie will host Lolcow Live, just me and him, for bare minimum a month before that seat gets filled, because we don't want to rush and put anyone else in there. And also, we want to do a lot of shows and have someone sit in that seat, you know, as a guest to see how things go, you know.
Definitely.
You know, we can't just rush and fill the seat. That would be so stupid for us, and it would be stupid for the audience. You know, we want to make sure that we do enough due diligence to find the right person to sit in that seat.
Agreed. 100%. I think it's funny. Becky was saying move her to live and put Savage on Queens. That'd be funny as shit.
Yeah, dude, she is not living in reality. She,
Nope.
she's
Not at
you
all.
lost. Wait, yes, okay. We're gonna let the person who's constantly blaming me, right, the owner of all this, right, and the company for everything that goes wrong to her. Yeah, we're gonna let her go on the biggest show. Like, no. Like, dude, I don't. I had a long talk with Becky yesterday before her show, and I said, Becky, dude, we're not gonna like you if you're constantly dogging the company. We're just not. Why would we like you?
Yeah.
We're not going to help you. We're not going to give you anything extra. Like, we're just not going to. You're literally publicly dogging the company 24/7. You take zero accountability for anything you do, and then you blame the company. Like, go fuck yourself.
Well, that's the other
I'm sorry.
Well, that's the other problem too, right? Like calling it a cult and drinking the Kool-Aid and all that. Yeah, I get it, but like it's fair to have criticisms and talk about those criticisms, obviously. But if you're the number 2 show and all you do is dog out everybody and claim that you're like holier than thou and all this other shit, I don't know if she's trying to stir it up for just like drama purposes to keep some like storyline going, but eventually it's going to get old and it's going to look bad. And the one tell to me was when she actually shout out one of the clip channels that's like anti-Local Live or LCU. She actually shouted them out in the chat, and she said, "I love your videos. They're hilarious." And I'm like, why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? Like, that's not a good move. But it's just, again, the optics of it all just doesn't look good. And I don't know why
Dude,
she would do that.
I was so pissed at that Jaffe and Becky stream, you know, like, if she didn't shave her head, she would have been fired. But she just shaved her head, so I feel a certain kind of way about like just firing her after she shaved her head.
I get that. I get that.
So I'm willing to, you know, try to correct the behavior once again. You know, I don't know.
How many more chances though, bro? You know what I mean?
Well, right now, she's got to do something about her channel. Her channel is going the opposite direction, and it's literally all her fault.
Yeah.
You know, she's got to focus on her channel and her content, and they got to try to fix Queens. Queens is not in a good spot right now.
Nope. And the funny thing is Rewind, which is the number 3 show, gaining more and more and more over time because people love Billy and Xylee, so they may overtake Queens as the number 3. You know, and
I mean, it's possible. It's very close. I mean, we're talking about a $6,000 difference between the 2 shows.
Yeah,
So
that
Rewind
ain't that
could
much.
dethrone Queens at any moment.
Yeah, that ain't that much. That's wild. But nah, I am excited about the future of the LCU though. I think Fat Camp was a awesome event, and I think the future is going to be beautiful for us in the LCU and everyone here. You know, hopefully fences get mended and waves get smoothed out, but you know, if people aren't willing to do the work and actually do what they need to do to mend the fences and smooth the waves, and I don't know what they're going to be doing, you know.
I'll tell you what, when Becky was gone and we were at Fat Camp and it was me, Mike, and Tina, and we were, you know, doing Queens, we were crushing.
Yeah.
Bro, we were getting $2,000 super chats every single stream. They were really entertaining streams. I mean, you know, and then she came back and we got $5,000 super chats for her shaving her head and whatnot, which was amazing, right? Good show.
Yep.
But then the first thing out of her mouth, I made all this money. No, you didn't. Go grow your hair out, go on your personal channel and shave your head again. See how much money you make. You know, it's like, we shaved your head. We accepted you back in, you know, like, dude, I'm so sick of this. It's like constantly, I'm doing this and I'm doing that. Just like the stream where Becky returned, right? Like that stream made over 10 grand. She goes, I did all that. What? Are you fucking kidding me?
No, you didn't.
The show was already making 2 grand before you even showed up. You know what I mean?
You're on pace to do those numbers. I think that was a 6-hour stream, so you were already on pace.
I was on pace to do that regardless. And it's just like, dude, there's no accountability. It's all, I did everything. And it's like, dude, you can only take so much before everyone's just going to snap and say, go fuck yourself.
Yep. And
Go do your own stream so I can laugh at the numbers going down and the money going down and you not being successful. You know,
yeah. But remember, I'm supposed to snap apparently, so you better watch out, Keem. Okay.
Dude, some of the shit that these motherfuckers feel comfortable with saying is wild, bro.
Yeah.
Do they not realize we have microphones too? Like,
Yeah.
I have a microphone too. I can respond with more viewers. Like
Hell yeah.
the entitlement of some of these motherfuckers is insane.
Yep. I just think eventually she needs to be dethroned and humbled. And I mean, I know shaving her head was supposed to do that, but I think it created a monster because she actually enjoys how she looks now. So I don't think that really did anything. And, I don't know.
Well, it was truly one of the easiest punishments back, right?
Yeah.
Boogie got a tattoo to fix his career. Becky adamantly went out of her way to destroy and ruin Fat Camp, and her punishment was shaving her head. It's like, dude, it's gonna grow back. Like, it's not really that bad, and you like wearing wigs anyways. It's like, dude, come on. She said at one point that her goal was to allow us to shave her head, and then for her to like run away to her own channel and be like, look what they did to me, to play victim.
Oh my God.
That's not gonna work, dude.
No.
There's like a million different scenarios where you're agreeing to shave your head and you're saying go do it. It's like, dude, get the fuck out of here.
No, facts. I agree. And the best part was, I think right before she came or right after she left, she put a screenshot on Twitter saying, look what just happened, and her channel got remonetized or whatever. So she's trying to play this dumbass game, you know what I mean? Of like, I guess trying to be better over top people, but she doesn't realize she's not going to win. She's not going to win with you. She never will. You created this network. You created all these shows and personalities. We all have microphones. We all have voices, and we all have audiences that'll listen to us. She doesn't realize that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she's constantly promoting her personal channel off of Queens when she's told a million times not to do it. She did it again yesterday, and it's like, okay, dude, like at what point?
Yeah.
Are we just gonna say, get your ass over there, go have fun?
Sounds like a speeding ticket, bro.
Yeah, it sounds like a speeding ticket for sure.
Hell yeah. All right, so I've been going about 2 hours, so I'm gonna go ahead and close this thing out. Any final words for me before I do?
Don't snap on me, Ken. Just don't snap. Don't lose your cool, brother.
Never that, sir. I appreciate you. Thank you.
All right.
See you. Cool. All right, guys. So Boss Man came in, laid down the law on how he feels about stuff. I appreciate all of you being here. It's 637 of you. Shy, you are an amazing person. I really appreciate it. Roxy, I see you in chat. Hello, Miss Roxy. I saw where the milkers said cafe isn't safe. So can't wait to see what that means. But no, guys, I think the whole point of this stream was to kind of explain my thoughts on Razorback, kind of explain, where things were. Hemi, Zach, you as well, sir. I appreciate you. We got 3 new members. I appreciate all you guys. Be looking for the members only cooking video that is in the hands of Twiggy. So please remember, guys, if y'all don't see this thing, you need to annoy Twiggy. Tag Twiggy in the Discord and say, bro, where's my fucking cooking video with Ken? Right. But I appreciate all of you guys being here. It really, truly means the world to me. Being topped on, we shared the flavor of the coffee because we hit our goal. So thank you, everyone, for hitting the goal for us. I truly do appreciate all of you being here. It really, really means the world to me. And like I said before, stay humble because you never know what tomorrow brings. I don't think there's any other shows going right now. I don't know. Let me check Discord really quickly. Let me go into announcements. Nope. Look at that. By the way, shout out to oh my God, what's your name? It was Spook Monkey. I don't know what it is now, but he created this thumbnail for me. So, shout out to that dude. He's a beautiful human being. And yeah, that's pretty much that. We'll go and give you guys the outro. 1's in the chat if you want the prime time for the outro, or 2's in the chat if you want the OG. Let me know what y'all want for the outro. We will not be live tomorrow because we normally take Sundays off, but Monday I will be here. As far as Miss Beans goes, she's chilling with friends. So, whenever she comes back, cool. I'm a man the ship while she's gone because she did a lot of work at Fat Camp that cannot be denied. So, shout out to Beans and her much deserving vacation. So, we got 3 1s. We got 1 2. You know what? We're gonna go prime time. 1s. Yep. All right, we're going prime time, guys. Thank you to the boss man for coming in and spending some time with me and straightening stuff up. Thank you to everyone here. I love you all, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care, everybody.
About that time, grab your coffee cup, sit down, unwind. I know it's evening, the end of today. No need for scheming, it's Local Cafe. This is prime time, baby, stay away. Clear out your mind, maybe, just take a break. Local Cafe. Chill out with us today.
I love you guys. Thank you so much. We'll see you Monday. Have a good one, everybody. Take care. Have a great weekend.